Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here for this Friday's weekly ambassador webinar. This is Brenda Harrelson. It is just me today. Kevin is off training. And if you can hear me, just raise your hands. We're going to make a real quick check that my audio is still coming across okay. I got one note that it wasn't. Oh, okay. There we go. Lots of hands, lots of confirmation. Thank you, Kale. Okay, well, another Friday, another update for you, and let's just dive right in with a big topic. I don't have any further information than what was sent out yesterday. This email went out yesterday from our executive team, Gary, Mo, Mark, Mary, Chris, and John. On behalf of them, the message went out regarding the news that just broke yesterday that Zillow Group has announced its intention to acquire .loop. We have been keeping up with everybody's concerns and comments, especially on social media. And exactly as the email says, we do definitely hear you, and some of those concerns we share as well. But as you can see in bold, the bottom line is that, as always, we will work to put our agents first, and here we're working to ensure that the security of your confidential consumer information is protected. So we're doing whatever is necessary to safeguard your transactions. And then the third paragraph is very important, if you can read this on the screen. That is the terms of service currently in place with .loop, as far as my transactions go, still stand. So you're not going to see any immediate changes. And again, as soon as we have further information or know anything different, you will absolutely be notified right away. And again, at MegaCamp, as you would expect, any updates that we have at that time will definitely be shared at the conference. And if you're not there, then you will certainly hear that through the blog. And then we, of course, will update all of you on the first ambassador call that we have after MegaCamp. And I believe that would be August 31st without a calendar in front of me. So again, this is what we know right now. So stay tuned for more information on this upcoming merger and acquisition. So let's dive into some updates. This week, we've had a few updates to eEdge. And let me get my highlighter out. So these are all live right now. And if you've tried any of these out, had any experience with them, let me know. The first thing is that some new status codes have been added to eEdge. Actually, they've replaced some old ones. So you can see those there, and also here on the screenshot. Warm and cold are new status codes. They've replaced active and inactive. So if you had any contacts in your database prior to Wednesday, this past Wednesday, July 22nd, that had a status of active, those have all been changed to warm. And if you had any contacts with a status of inactive, those statuses have been changed to cold. So there isn't anything that you need to do, just you need to be aware that those labels are different. And any place in eEdge where those labels are mentioned, including that daily email alert, which we'll look at in just a second, that's all going to be updated to reflect the new status codes. And again, the thinking behind this change is that hot, warm, and cold are just much more intuitive, especially for new agents coming in. So less reason to have to explain what we mean by active and inactive. They're a little bit more generic across all sales fields. Also, that you'll see on this screen is a new search option. So this also went into effect this week. You can now, when you're doing your advanced search to find contacts in your database, you can filter out, you were always able to filter out contacts by group, and now you can filter out the opposite, contacts that are in no group. So as this screenshot is showing, I've set my filter to no group. And then as you can see, I've got several contacts that don't belong to a group. And a reason you might want to do that is just periodically check your database. If you want to just keep it clean, make sure that all your contacts are in a group or some kind of a category. And this is going to catch any stragglers so that you can get them into a group, and then you can put them on the right type of campaign or whatever it is you need to do with your different contact groups. The question that just came in is about HTML optimized marketing. Yes, let's talk about that next. Actually, I've got a slide coming up on that after this one. So one other change that you may have noticed this week is with regards to the daily alerts email. So if you go to your admin screen in eEdge, My Account, Activity Alerts, at the bottom of that section is a daily alerts settings section. By default, everybody is subscribed to receive a daily alert email, and your daily alert email, if you have anything to be alerted about, you'll get one that lets you know basically what's on your dashboard, any leads that you have that need action. And what's new about the daily alert email is now if you have any reminders, those are going to be included as well in that email. So you don't have to log into eEdge and go to your dashboard to see if you have any reminders. Those will be pushed to you in your daily alert email. So that is new as of this past Wednesday. So good news there. And then about the HTML optimized email designs, this did go live. This actually went live on yesterday. There was a little bit of a couple of bugs when it first was released on Wednesday, so that got pulled back, retested, fixed up, and so now these are now live. So as you can see, there's many designs that previously were image-based only that are now available in HTML format. And the deliverability of these pieces includes email as well as saving a link and posting it on social media. And so now I'm going to turn to the question that came in regarding one of the pieces. Okay, so Rachel is asking, will agents be able to share these HTML optimized marketing pieces on social media? It currently can only be emailed. So yes, you can, and I will show you how to do that. So let me bring my eEdge screen up. Logged in is me today, not our usual Annie agent, but that won't matter. So let's go into Create Marketing Materials. So we're going to look at email marketing. And now you see that there's two checkboxes under email marketing. It's showing us all of them right now. So not every single design has been converted, because that's what has to happen. Each image-based design is manually converted into an HTML-friendly format. So a lot of them have been done, and then the more popular designs will be converted, as well as campaigns. So you can expect to see more and more of these designs coming. So to see which ones are HTML optimized, we'll just unselect image-based. And I'm just going to grab 4 reasons to Google that address, just a random piece. We'll click personalize. And for those of you on last week's call, a little bit of a repeat, except I do want to show you that anchor tool again, because now we have a nice long design where that will really make a lot more sense. So for example, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. So this is an article about 4 reasons why you should Google an address. And let's say that I wanted to create an HTML design out of this template and be able to share that on social media. In fact, I wanted people to go right to this last tip to learn what's coming to the neighborhood. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my cursor there, come up to my toolbar and insert an anchor. And I'll call this neighborhood. If I could spell it right, that would help. So now there's an anchor in there called neighborhood. A few other things to note. So anything in your design can be turned into a link. So just highlight any text, and then you've got your insert link, or any image can be linked. And then this is new. So okay, so my design's a bad example. I am not a licensed agent. I don't have a mobile app code, so mine is not in here. But your mobile app URL, if you've added it to your eEdge settings, is going to show here. So it's going to be in this light blue font at the bottom of the piece. So click here to download my app. It's got your email address, and then your mobile URL will be below it. So check your designs. You should see that in every HTML optimized design. Again, that was starting this week as of yesterday. So if I save this piece, and yes, I will show you where to get that mobile URL in one moment. I'll exit out. So now publish to web and share, you have to check that box, and then it gives you a URL that you can then share out on your social network. And to see what it looks like, I'll just go ahead and copy this and paste that into a new tab. And now to see what the anchor does, to jump to that anchor, you just add a # and then the name of your anchor to the end of the URL. And then what it will do is it'll scroll down the piece so that the part that you anchored is showing without the person having to scroll down. So that's great for blogs or long web pages if you want somebody to be able to jump to a certain point on that page. That's what anchors do. So you can do that now. Again, that's a great tip if there's a certain topic within a newsletter that you want to be able to just isolate out and send people to. Okay, so about that mobile URL, you'll go to admin, my account. It will bring you right here to settings in the marketing section. So I have not updated mine yet. So if you haven't gone to this field yet, you're going to see the same exact generic URL in your My Mobile App field. So all you'll do is click Edit, and then you'll change this to your mobile app URL. And another shortcut to find out what that is, you can now go to the Technology menu from anywhere in My KW and select KW Mobile App Resources. And we'll just give that a moment to open up. But that mobile app resources page that you're seeing now, this is a brand new page, well, maybe a month old. And right on this page in section 3 where it says share, this is not a true code. Again, mine was just randomly generated, but you will see your custom URL right here. So you can just come here and copy it. And then we'll go back to eEdge. We'll click Edit, paste that into the My Mobile App field, click Save. And now let's do a quick check. I'll grab a different piece this time. And it looks like it has not up. This is it. There it is. And if you look at the insert link, click this button, there's that code that I just copied. So that's how that works. So this text right here goes with that link. Oops. And again, you can preview how this is going to look by clicking on the eye icon. Looks like a little eye. So you can see what it's going to look like when it's opened on a desktop or on a mobile device. And this is also a way for you to come and send a test email. You can send it to up to 5 different addresses. So if you've got a team, maybe send each person on the team a copy so you can see what it looks like and how those links work. But we, including myself, have done some extensive testing, and these are working very well from what we've tested. So I won't save that. All right. One question came in. If you put in the anchor, it will send them only to where the anchor is. If you don't anchor it, will it go back to my website? Yes. So let's use this one again as an example. So here's the URL for the main. We'll just assume that this URL is a website, a page. So without the anchor, if you visit that URL, it takes you to the top of that page and you have to scroll down. So if I had something at the bottom of the page that I wanted to make sure people saw, oops, I would just add that. So this might be in an email. I would send an email, include the link, put the anchor at the end of the link, email that to somebody, and when they click on that link, then they see that specific part of my web page that I want them to see. Does that make sense? This may not be something that you use, but it was on the toolbar, so lots of people asked about it. And yes, you can scroll up as well. All it did was just took you to a certain spot. It scrolled down for you is all that it did. That anchor just scrolls for you, but you can still scroll up and down the page. That's all it does. It just jumps to a certain spot on the page. Okay. All right, any other questions? So I think I've got a whole bunch of questions here coming in quickly. It looks like Adam actually is not available today, so I may need to come back to the questions after the presentation so that I can keep everything rolling. All right, so one moment please while I bring my slides back up. Okie dokie. All right, so we talked about the HTML optimized email designs, and that wraps up our updates for eEdge this week. Next, I have some MegaCamp reminders. And that is August. If you're coming to MegaCamp, make sure that you're there for Mega Tech Day. I've decided to call it that. That's August 19th. And we're calling it that because the morning from 9 to 11 in the morning is the session that's exclusive for MC Techs and ambassadors. It's in room 9 ABC. So if you are registered for Mega Camp or Mega Technology Camp, then you can just go right to that room, come on in. And it's going to be heavily focused on product updates. It's going to be similar to our family reunion session if you were there this year, where you heard from all of our product managers. We even have a few new product managers since family reunion, and they have a lot of updates, more progress that we've made on some of the products that you heard about at family reunion, and some brand new announcements as well. Again, if you're not going to be there, don't worry, you're not going to miss out. We will definitely get you caught up as soon as we are back from MegaCamp. But you'll get to hear from all the product managers, you'll get to ask questions. And then after the update, we'll do a brief mastermind, sending all of you off with an action plan for going back to your market centers and implementing some of the changes that are coming along as early as Q3 this year. And then stick around. After lunch is Mega Technology Camp. That starts at 1:30 and goes to 5:30. And if you didn't know, this year's topic is on, it's limitless. That's the tagline for Mega Camp. So Mega Tech is limitless business opportunities in the digital age. So we're going to have some great panels, as well as the keynote speaker, R. Ray Wang. He talks about disruptive technologies and new business models like digital transformation and how that impacts brands and organizations. So it's going to be a really great day, and I hope that you can all make it. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about the workshop. As you know, we rolled out a workshop facilitator guide and some supporting documents to help agents across all market centers master their KW mobile app. This would be a great thing to have going on a regular basis in your market center, so all agents can become aware of this tool that they have right in their hands. It's included in their tech fee. And in 1 hour, you can get them up and running, everything from finding it, downloading it, installing it, branding it, learning how it works, and sharing it, practicing scripts so that they can get it into the habit of sharing it with everybody that they meet. So I did ask for volunteers to talk about their experience teaching the workshop, and if we can get the audio working okay, Mary Kay Mooney, she's in our Brentwood, California Market Center, has volunteered to talk about her experience teaching the workshop a week or so ago. So Mary Kay, I took you off mute. Let's see if your audio comes across. Can you say hello? Yes.
Hello.
Hi. Can everybody hear Mary
Hi.
Kay? Raise your hand if you can. Maybe say hi one more time.
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Yep. Everybody can hear you. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, I would just love to hear your experience, how it went, how many people attended, anything you want to talk about, and any ahas, tips for other trainers, anything you'd like to share. The floor is yours, Mary Kay.
Well, we had a pretty good class. I've done it a few times already, so I actually did this one in the afternoon so I could get the afternoon agents. Most of the people that came to the class already had it on their phone, so we kind of went over loading it on your phone pretty quickly. We went over the new sharing. That was really exciting how they've changed that. Everyone was very excited about that. Sharing it to Facebook was really a big hit. And then what I did in my market center is I have this cord, and I forget the name of it, but I hooked my phone up to it, so it went to the projector so they could see my phone on the big screen. So that was kind of a cool tool, and they all liked that. So when I was showing them the phone, they were able to see what I was doing. That went over really well. Some of the things we ran into were the people that did have to download the app, they forgot their password to their app store. That was a big deal, even though I emailed them out that they needed to have that. Another agent had a dead battery on their phone, so they couldn't do it. But overall, it went really well. We played around with the scripts. We talked about different marketing tools that they could use, putting it in their email signature, sending it out through eEdge, and that type of thing. So it went really well, I thought.
Good. Thank you so much for sharing. If you were to teach it again, would there be anything that you might do differently? And this is great information for us as we update this workshop and create more.
Well, I used your guideline this time, and I was going to use the email that you were going to send out, or the pre-made one that you guys made. Mm-hmm. It was a little too lengthy, and I think in our office, and I think a lot of offices, the agents don't read past probably the third line. So
I think that's pretty much across the board, yes.
Yeah, so I had to kind of shorten up the email that went out the first time, and then send out another email saying if you're going to attend this class, you must have these things like a full battery on your phone, mm-hmm. and know your app code, that your Apple Store code. That was a big deal, but no, I mean we have it every month. We've had it a few months. I've done it at different times to hit different agents, and that seems to help. Going forward next month, we're going to have like an appy hour, because we're going to have it like at 4 o'clock, like a happy hour, but an appy hour.
Oh, I love that. That's a great idea. I think everybody should borrow that idea. And don't forget that we have a contest going on right now. So if you've taught the workshop, don't forget to record some ahas, some testimonials, as step 3 says, from people that participated in your workshop, and send us that video. And what we're going to do is look at the videos and pick a random video, and that person wins a t-shirt that's signed by our executives, including Gary Keller. So pretty cool. So thank you so much, Mary Kay. I already see several comments that they are stealing your appy hour idea. So, and if you don't know where to find it, let me go back to the previous slide. It's just a slide, but I can highlight. This is the Keller Williams University website, which you can get to through My KW by going to the education menu, or you can just go directly to the URL, which is kwu.kw.com. Once you're there, click on all products in the menu, and then that'll bring up a little sub menu. Then you'll select Browse A to Z, and the name of the workshop is Master Your KW Mobile App, so it will be in the M section, and you should see this page that you are viewing right now on my slide. Okay. Again, Mary Kay, thank you very much for sharing with us today, and would love to hear.
You're welcome.
And anybody else that wants to share next time around, please let us know. And okay, we are close to being out of time, so let me wrap up here with my last couple of reminders, and then I will get to any questions that we haven't had a chance to address yet. So the next topic is a reminder. It's a reminder that there is a thing called the ListHub Exceptions Report. And the reason this is a reminder is that it's still maybe next to what's my password, or how do I get my profile to 100%. Maybe the third biggest issue that our support team is getting is around listings not showing up in the KWLS. And here's a very simplified version of the flow, the process flow that shows what that KW connector does. So again, encourage your Market Center leadership, if they don't already, to have their KW connector turned on. That's also being called ListHub enabled. So if that's in place, then a report is available, and you can get to a quick guide that shows you how to get the report and how to interpret the report in the KW technology community. So the screenshot here is showing you that from in the community, you'll go to Tools. Oops, sorry about that. I meant to get my highlighter. Tools, then Documents, and then under Documents, there's a Quick Reference Guides folder, and in there is the ListHub Exceptions Report Quick Guide. If you look in your GoToWebinar control panel right now in the Handouts section, you'll see a PDF of this guide, so I've given it to you that way as well. And what it looks like is this. So again, when to use this. If agents are saying that their listings aren't showing up in KWLS and you know that the KW connector is turned on, then this will help you troubleshoot why those listings aren't showing up. So for every listing that ListHub didn't pick up, the following information is included. So you'll know the associate's name, their MLS ID, the office MLS ID, org ID, MLS number, and a message. And the top messages that typically show up are these four here. So it could be that the associate doesn't have that ListHub enabled checkbox turned on under single point of entry. So when they first go into the KWLS, that landing page, if you will, that box needs to be checked. The matching listing status is withdrawn. There's no match on the associate MLS ID, or it can't find the org number. So these are the reasons. The people who can run this report, it's available exclusively to associates who have a leadership role in our system or MC Tech coordinator roles. And then for those of you that have access, this is how to find it. So just make sure that your MCA especially is aware that this report is there, and hopefully this can not just cut down on support tickets, but help get these issues resolved a lot more quickly within the Market Center, and not having to call or email support and wait for a little bit of turnaround time there. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap up with upcoming webinars, and then I will spend a few minutes going through questions. So next week on Monday, our Systems for Success webinar is on the mobile app. So again, these are great webinars for brand new agents. So have them sign up for the series, and they can attend as few or as many as they want to. So we'll do a webinar on just all about the mobile app, why it's great, how to get it. And again, and you can also reinforce that in your Market Center with that hands-on workshop. And then the ongoing KW video orientation for new members is every Wednesday. That's now an hour long. So that's from 1:30 to 2:30. All of these times that you see are in Central Time. And then next Friday, I will not be here, but Kevin will. So we'll switch things up and we'll have your weekly technology ambassador update. So for those of you that need to jump off, I'm going to challenge you to tell me what this is a picture of or where this is, and has anyone been there? Anybody? Kale got it right. Kale Wright got it right. Yes, it's Machu Picchu, and the reason it's in Peru, and it's on the last slide for today because it was on this day 104 years ago in 1911 that it was discovered by an American archaeologist, Hiram Bingham. So it's an ancient Inca settlement, and it's a huge tourist destination. I've got several friends that have gone hiking there. Definitely on my bucket list someday. But yes, that's Machu Picchu, discovered today in 1911. So there's your little history tidbit for the day. Okay, well, thank you all for being here. And I am now going to scroll through all the questions that have come in. So please be patient. And I will get to as many as I'm able to answer. And as always, if I can't, I'll research them offline and I will email you back or let the whole group know if they're larger questions.